Everybody doing good? It's football season, right? That's the great thing about it. It's on us. Thank goodness. Holy cow, we're ready. First, I want to thank you all for coming out today, coming out and being a part of this event. I know they hadn't had one of these in quite some time, and was something I wanted to bring back. I thought it was a great opportunity for y'all to get a chance to meet with all our coaches and have a chance to hear from our strength coach, Trumaine Carroll, and the progress that they made this summer, and then obviously hear kind of the state of the by position from me, and then get a chance to visit with our position coaches individually. And so I'm excited about today, and really want to start off by again thanking you all for coming. I know that Razorback fans all across our great state are excited about the start of this season, as the coaches and players are. I really want to commend our players. I think it's very important that these guys understand the appreciation level that we have for them and the hard work and the dedication that they've put forth since the coaching change in December. I know it's been difficult. It's been challenging on them to buy into a new system, new faces, new names, and they have done a remarkable job and never batted an eye in any resistance in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So really want to commend those guys. And when we got the state of the program, I guess it was last Friday, as a staff from True and his staff, it was really impressive as you see a before picture and an after picture and see the percentage of weight lost or gained, body fat gained or lost, and then obviously the strength gains. So, man, we are really excited about the product that Coach True and his staff are handing over to us. I also want to commend Coach Carroll, Trumaine, and his staff, our strength staff, and our nutrition department. They've worked long hours and really put a lot of attention to detail into this, and they have done a fabulous job. And I'm just excited for them. They're able to hand this group over to us, and I know they're really excited about seeing what's going to transition from the work they've been doing in January through our first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and finished up our fourth quarter phase, and now handing them off to us as the season begins. And our report date is Thursday this week. Got a big weigh-in Thursday night. We'll have a lot of fun with it. But we're a better football team right now than we were at any point in time since I've gotten here. And I'm excited from a culture standpoint, to strength and conditioning, from a weight standpoint, for where our bodies are. They're in shape, and these guys really are ready to go. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about the fall camp. I know it's you can feel it. You can feel it in the air. You can feel the excitement around the state. Anywhere you go, everybody's ready for football season, and so we are too. I'm ready to hit the ground running. There's a lot of questions that we got to answer through the course of fall camp. And we'll talk a little bit about fall camp and the way we lay and structure our fall camp out. But I want to start off with a few things, some injury updates on by positions. There's 3 young men that will that are going to see some time that'll be missed. That's Ryan Winkle, that's Colton Jackson, and Kevin Richardson. These 3 young men have battling some injuries. Ryan Winkle will be back, a true freshman. Really just got a weight room injury in his shoulder area on his very first day here in a warm-up set. And so went through surgery. He'll be back. Colton Jackson is battling a back issue that has been with him for quite some time. Really flared up on him, I guess, probably 2 weeks ago. We went ahead and chose to do surgery on him. We expect him back. He'll miss a significant amount of time. He'll miss probably the first six games. So we hope to get him back. Hopefully by the 1st of October, we'll see his rehab and progress is coming along well. He's been a part of team functions right now, but unable to work out in any way. Kevin Richardson was informed of this late last night or yesterday afternoon. Was moving, moving into a house, and stepped a certain way, did something, and hurt his foot, and he'll have surgery today, go in and put a screw in his foot. We'll be out 6 weeks. We'll have Kevin back for sure for the start of conference play. But that wasn't a phone call that I wanted to get yesterday afternoon, especially a young man that's worked hard to get to where he is today. But that was unforeseen. So those 3 young men will like I said, will miss some extended amount of time, especially Kevin in fall camp. He won't miss nearly as many games. Like I said, we hope to get him back full speed by the start of conference play, but I anticipate probably getting him back probably by the second game. So we'll go from there. And what I thought I would do is kind of go through by position. We'll kind of go through you've heard from True some gains and from these guys, but I'll just kind of talk to you about the way what we're looking for as we start fall camp. Try to get some answers that we have to be able to figure out during the course of the next 3 weeks of practice. But let's start with our offensive line. Our job is to find the best 5 and then make them fit. And then through fall camp, we've got to try to find the next 5 behind them and try to come out with a quality 2 deep. Now, some of that, as you know, and you've heard me talk about this before, a lot of the 2 deep, there's a lot of moving parts. There were moving parts that had to happen before Colton got injured. With us anticipating Colton being at that left tackle position, but now that he's out, we really have to make sure that we cross-train. And I know that's one thing I know you'll be able to ask Dustin a little bit later, but he does a great job of cross-training these guys. It was something we did during spring ball, which carried over to their summer workouts, their skills and drills, the player-led workouts. So these guys have done a good job of that, and we're really going to have to pick that up coming in. As you are, I was excited to hear the news on Dalton Wagner. We're going to anticipate him helping us out at left tackle, moving him over, starting him out there at the left tackle position during the start of fall camp. Obviously, being able to move guys over. Johnny Gibson's another one that's transformed his body. Played some left tackle last year. There'll be some moving parts there. We really need Jalen Merrick. It's time. I know he's had a really good, impressive summer. It's really time for Jalen to really take that next step. When he does, he allows us to have some depth there and be able to move Johnny around. You'll see Froholt, Yeldo play. Obviously, we've got him at guard, but you'll see him. We transitioned him some to center during the course of spring ball, so you'll see him back and forth. You'll see him probably getting some reps early in camp at center, but starting out at guard. So we're excited about that. We moved Dion Malone over after the course of spring, went through our depth chart on the defensive line, and just felt like at this point that Dion could benefit this football team. He played offensive line in high school. He could benefit this football team and get significant reps if he would take this move and be one to make the move into the offensive line. He was very receptive to it, excited about the move. He knew that he just wants to play. And all indications, he's had a really good summer. I know he has in the weight room and transitioning, learning the offense, learning our schemes. He's done a good job. I think Yelda's done a fabulous job of taking all those guys underneath his wing and really bringing them along. So Brian Wallace, B-Wall, right tackle. We're going to lead him there. We fully anticipate he's comfortable there. He's playing with a lot of confidence there. So as it stands today, knock on wood, our plans are just to leave him there. He's in a great comfort zone. He's tremendously changed his body and the confidence level that he has as well. So we're excited about that. Dylan Hayes will start out at center for us. He and Ty Clary. Audrey Horn will be in there as well. But again, as I mentioned earlier, you'll see us make a move with Yelda Summit Center. We'll be able to move Ty or Dylan around at that guard position. Kirby Adcock, another one at left guard. Again, we believe that he'll be able to play both guards, but again, very athletic, and so and he's added some weight this summer, which is good to see. Shane, Shane played some at that tackle position. We felt like, especially where he was in spring ball, that he was more suited for an inside position. But again, that was just through a quick synopsis of 15 practices and at fall camp or spring ball. So we're going to work Dylan, or actually we'll work Shane back out there at tackle. He's going to have to get some reps there for us to create some depth at that left tackle position. But you'll see Shane inside as well. I really think you're going to see a lot out of this young man. I know he's had a really good summer. So you'll see he could be moving inside as well at that guard position. But you know, our two true freshmen there, you've heard us talk a little bit about them, Noah Gatlin and Silas Robinson. You know, Silas is the leader of that freshman class, has really done a great job with that. We've talked about Ryan Winkle. Don't know, you know, where we are. We'll see where we're at coming out of fall camp. Will one or if not both of those true freshmen help us out this year? I don't know. I do know that the new redshirt rule will allow us the opportunity to see. And so we'll play it by ear, see how those guys come on. But that's a group. You know, we were from a scholarship standpoint, I think coming out of spring, we were down on that number. And moving Dion over allowed us to at least kind of maintain a number in there, get us up to that 14. We want to have 15 on scholarship is what you really want to have coming in. But with this right now, you know, with Dion over, it puts us at 14. Obviously, Colton and Ryan down, and you know, that puts you down to 12 on scholarship. So you got to do some moving around. It's called football. It's called coaching. You embrace those opportunities, man. You can sit there and hold your head down about it, but man, as I shared with Kevin and Colton and Ryan, I said, look, if there was going to be an injury that was going to happen, man, be thankful that it happened right now and not in the middle of the season where you missed the whole second half of the season. So these guys are working hard to get back. I'm excited to see the group that we do have. I'm excited to watch Coach Fry develop these young men. I think that they have responded extremely well. But we'll see. A lot of questions got to be answered right there in that offensive line, and we all understand that. From there, we'll talk about our tight ends. You know, the guys we got coming in here, just some men that really want you to make note of. Obviously, Jeremy Patton, Austin Cantrell's had a really good summer as well. C.J. O'Grady, another one that is transformed his body. Really need him to come on and have a really good fall camp. We're going to strain him really well. We're going to strain him and train him pretty hard this fall camp. He's got to really come on and pull the weight. He's got a lot of talent, as we do in that tight end room, and we're anticipating some great competition there. And I know Coach Craddock will talk a little bit later about some of our 11 and 12 personnel packages. Young man, I mentioned at the end of spring ball, but was Grayson Gunner. This is a young man I'm really excited about. Grayson as well. This is a guy that you'll see move around. He's very athletic. He can play multiple positions. So for him to be set and just stationary at that true tight end position, you'll see him move into some of the other positions at that wide receiver slot as well. That bigger body, what we call our 5-man, and you'll see him move around and be able to motion back in the backfield. He's got great speed. Exceptional hands. So I really like where we're at with that tight end position. Again, we got some good competition going on right now, and so we'll keep pushing those guys. Coach Lenny will be more in tune to talk more individually about each one of them. The running back position: Devois Whaley, Chase Hayden, T.J. Hammonds, Malik Williams, and Rakeem Boyd. We feel like of all the positions we have offensively, we have probably as much depth in at the running back position, which is good to play in this league. You know, these guys understand that they're going to they are going to take some hits for us to play as fast as we want to play. There's no way you can put one running back on the field. Any of the great teams I've ever been associated with played 3 and 4, and they played at a very high level and a high number of snaps. So we're anticipating that, and I'm excited about where we are and the way these guys have all challenged and pushed each other. They've changed their body. I know True talked about Devois Whaley, Chase Hayden. T.J. Hammonds provides a very multiple type of guy. He's a guy that you can get the ball to in space. And you can see, you know, us putting him outside and motioning him back in and into that running back position. But he provides a unique skill set. We're going to take advantage of his skill set as well. Very electric and with the ball in space. So excited about to see you know, what our running backs can do. Our wide receivers, I think True hit on a few of them. Jonathan Nance is one in particular that really had a transformation this summer. We really need Jonathan to come on at that 2-man position. behind him, and well, in no particular order really, but you got Jonathan Nance, you got Deion Stewart, Gary Cross, and Gerard Barnes. All these guys there are going to provide some depth. Again, to play at the speed we got to play at, you got to rotate these guys in and out. Our 5-man, you heard me talk a little bit about Grayson Gunner, but Davion Warren, Tyson Morris, Jared Cornelius. Again, you know, Jared is a guy coming off that injury. We're really anticipating seeing a lot of really good things out of him. I know he had a really good summer in skills and drills, player-led workouts. Well, we may have a late addition or two at that wide receiver position to add some depth there. I don't know yet. I'm not at liberty to talk about it yet until we get things kind of finalized. At the 9-man position, our boundary position, the guys that we really got to have come on. I think you saw what LaMichael Petway did during the spring game. I thought he had that was his best day. And you know, our word to him all summer long has been consistency. We got to see consistency on the field, consistency in the weight room, just consistency all across what you do. So we'll see. He's got to be another one that's going to be strained really hard during fall camp. He's going to get a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of matchups on that side that he's got to win. And that's usually what that 9-man position does. Mike Woods, Jordan Jones, Tobias Enlow will all see rotation there. One thing that Coach Stepp does is he does do a good job of rotating these guys around. So you'll see not only them at the 9-man position or at the 5-man position, but very few times you see them stationary. He'll force them to cross-train and learn other positions. So just because I said a guy's at a 2-man or a 5